There we go, headphones on. Hey everyone. So, before we start, just want to make this clear. I can't see chat. So if you guys are typing in chat, I'm just going to say I apologize. I can't see your messages today. I'll try to fix it by next week. There's a bit of a problem on my end. I'll get it fixed if I am commentating next week, of course. If you didn't know me, I'm new to commentating here. My name's Daikon. And I'll be commentating from time to time over here. I'm on my own today, don't have anyone with me. JP was supposed to be with me, but unfortunately something came up, so he couldn't make it. So yeah, I'll be commentating. First time here. Hopefully it goes well. I mean, I've commentated in a few other leagues, including my own, for a while, so I'd like to call myself alright. Yeah, but enough about me. We're about to get started. I actually know a few people here. I don't know that many, but I know Nis. I have trouble pronouncing the name sometimes. I think I know Michael. I think I've seen that name before. I've checked the standings and stuff, but I'll go back to it because my memory is a little bit crappy sometimes. But from what I know, Cookie won the last race in Britain, and I didn't check who came second. I've got my phone right here. Let me go on my phone. Let's check who came second. I mean, obviously, most of you will know who came where, but I'll double check for myself quickly. We should be starting soon. And then we'll get into quali. We've got a short qualifying followed by a 35 lap race in Hungary. So, this could be an interesting race, or it could be a pretty boring one. Depends on the drivers, of course. The circuit itself isn't very fun to watch in real life F1 at the moment due to the car's size and the way that the regulations are. Racing around Hungary is pretty boring, but in the game, racing is a bit easier. So yeah, everyone's readying up. We'll be in qualifying soon. Here we go. I've got tier 1 standings here. So the standings at the moment, Drivers' Championship. Yeah, it looks like Cookie's leading the standings and Rio Harris is second at the moment. The gap is quite large, 169 points to 121. That's how many points they both have. The gap is 48 at the moment, so Rio is going to have to do quite well. He's going to have to outscore Cookie if he wants to start closing that gap down. I don't know how many races we've got in the season. Hang on, let me look at the calendar. Where are we? We're at round 8 at the moment, so this is it's on the stream title, but obviously I said I'm new, so. Yeah, so next up we got Zandvoort, then Interlagos, then Austin, and then finally round 12 is in Abu Dhabi. That's Marina Bay. So honestly, Rio doesn't have much time to close the gap, but he's gonna have to start today. You know, he's got to do something to close that down just a little bit. I've got the race results for Britain. So Himi got P2 at Britain, and then Rio got a podium. So yeah. The main thing we're looking at is between between Cookie and Rio. Let me look. Himi is third, and he's got 113 points. So I would also include him, I guess. But see, those points are different. There's only a few rounds left, so I'd focus more on Cookie and Rio. But Himi, don't forget Himi. Himi could prove himself. Anyway, we're in now. Let's put full track map on. Let's put lap data. Won't show telemetry. I don't know if there's if we're allowed to show telemetry. I'm pretty sure we're allowed to. I don't think there's any rules on that for the commentary. Yeah, I don't know. Some leagues do that. Some leagues have a rule where you can't show telemetry. But I don't know if this league has that. Anyway, Lewis44 fan. I feel like I've seen that name as well. I've definitely seen Ollie before. I don't know where from. I see a lot of names. Obviously, I've been commentating in quite a few different leagues. And I race in a few different leagues myself, so I've seen these names before. But, yeah. So, out of this list, we've got 17 people today. We're watching Lewis at the moment, but the first person to leave the pits was Rio. So, we'll stay with Rio then, on his out lap, warming up his tyres, getting ready for the banker lap. It's a short qualifying session, so no need to worry about knockouts. Of course, it's an early bit of qualifying, so not much to say at the moment. But yeah. Let's see, who else we got? We got TJ, Echo, Fori, Kevin. Yeah, I swear I've seen Kevin before as well. Gordon, I know I've seen Gordon before. Steven, yeah. Quite a few names. Oh, sorry, that's just me reading out the names. I'm trying to get used to saying the names because I know in the race I might have to. Anyway, Rio coming out of the final corner to start his first lap. Of course, it will be a banker. Let's see what he can do at Hungary. Coming down into turn number 1, you're going to have to take a wide entry, try and get as much speed as possible through the first turn, then coming up towards turn 2. Yeah, I'm trying to pick the right camera angle here. Oh, that's a nice little shot. Yeah, going through smoothly, trying to keep the car balanced. And up towards turn 4. This one catches a lot of drivers out. I think it's turn 4, it might be turn 5. One of the two. Yeah, that corner catches a lot of people out. This track is quite tricky actually. It does catch quite a few drivers out in different sections, especially here as well. Some people go over the curb too much and that's it, that's lap over. But it seems like Rio is keeping himself nice within the white lines, but also exploiting as much as possible to get as much speed through the car. So at the moment he set a purple sector 1, of course, being the first driver to go around. Purple sector 2, as I said, first driver to go around. Throwing it into the last few corners, saw a bit of a flick there, entering the corner, and then, yeah, flick, not really a flick that time, just steering in aggressively, I suppose. Had a brief yellow there pop up, not sure what that was. But anyway, through the final corner comes Rio. What can he do? You see the Ferrari starting a lap. Out of the final corner comes Rio, up to the line, it is a 1:15.3, that is one of the fastest laps I've ever seen around here. We've got an Aston Martin coming up next, is that Ty Cleary. A 1:17.488. We've got a few people coming across the line. Sorry, I'm missing it. Berlin, a 1:16.1, and Lewis, a 1:16.3. Those two are quite close on time, but nobody matching Rio at the moment. Cookie is going around on a lap. It looks like he's slowed down though. He's on a... Oh, okay, so he went around for 2 warm-ups. D2 Racer set a lap. Michael... Sorry, I'm missing a few laps here because there's a lot of people coming across the line. Michael set a 1:16.0. That's the closest to... Oh, CJ also 1:16.0. Very close to each other. They're all very close. The gaps are so small between the leaders here. Besides Rio, from P2 to P4, that is such a small gap. And then Echo is the second driver to break in the 15s, a 1:15.988. And you got Kick Sauber coming across the line at the back there. I think that was Kevin, setting a 1:16.6, P10 as of now. Cookie set a 1:27. He's going around again. Here we've got Steven across the line. It is P7, a 1:16.1. We'll go down to Cookie because I want to watch Cookie being last race's winner and as well championship leader. So it's important to keep an eye on them as they move around through the track. This is of course banker laps. They're not going to be the final runs. But Cookie at the moment is purple sector 2. Of course, that isn't always accurate. Something I always like to note. The purple sector times that pop up on the minimap aren't always purple sector times. They just say they are because they're fast, but they're not the fastest all the time. But I would say that Cookie probably is going fastest here as he comes out of the final corner and up to the line. What's it going to be for Cookie? It is provisional pole with a 1:15.298. The gap is so small between him and Rio, but he takes provisional pole. Interesting, and it looks like Rio is going again. Yeah, he's pushing. Oh, he's invalidated it. He's gone over the curb too much. So he'll probably be boxing. I'd say he's boxing. I wouldn't say he'd stay out another lap. Got a Ferrari right there. You gotta be careful of that. Enough about that. Let's go. You're not pushing. You're pushing? No, you're not. Ah, Nis. Apologies if I don't say the name properly. I've commentated for this guy before, but the name always confuses me. Is it Nis or Nissiv? I apologise. Some names I always get wrong. Anyway, he is apparently purple sector 2. As I said, don't always rely on that. Let's see what his lap time actually shapes up to be in that Alpine. Coming through the final few corners. I believe this is an equal performance league. I mean, with Echo in the Haas P3, I would like to assume that it is equal performance. Coming out of the final corner is Nis. Up to the line. It is a 14.6. Oh my lord. And that just puts Cookie and Rio to shame. I mean, of course, they're banker laps. They've got 11 minutes to go. We've got a while, but still, that is insane from Nis. So yeah, it is definitely equal performance. There's no way an Alpine could do that. Ollie's going around now. Oh no, that's Himi. Sorry, I read the first part of the name. That's Himi going around in the Ferrari. I like the livery. Oh yes, the Italian Grand Prix livery. Ollie in the McLaren Chrome livery going around the track as well. In the McLaren. Oh, bit of a spin there, losing traction. And that's all it takes really to screw up a lap. Thankfully he didn't invalidate it, but still that's going to cost him so much time in the lap that it might as well have been invalid. He'll go again probably, or I'd say he might even box. Hey, he stays out for now, he's just going to get the lap on the board. Oh, he slows down. Oh, he wants to box, he's going to go into the pits. He was considering it, and he's decided last minute to go into the pits. That could have been dangerous, but thankfully there was nobody else around him when he chose to do that, and that's probably why he boxed. He knew he could stop on track there and make that last minute decision. So he goes into the pits after that little spin there, that little moment. Himi is about to finish up his lap. So let's see what he can do in the Ferrari. His teammate is P9 at the moment. So can he get higher than his teammate? Out to the final corner, and it looks like it's a fast lap. It is a 15.4, that is P4 for now. Rio is on an out lap again. Both Mercedes are out actually. TJ is also there. Cookie's leaving the pits now. Obviously, after that, Cookie and Rio are both going to want to improve into the 14s if they want to get past Nis. Berlin's out. I think he's pushing. Yeah, he is. In the Brazilian Grand Prix livery. So nice little livery. I actually really like this one. Oh, he's gone over the curb though. That would have cost him a lot of lap time. I don't think he'll be able to continue after that. I'd say go into harvest and just go again if you've got enough fuel. I mean, 9 minutes to go, you could always just box and come back out later, but I mean, if you want to get an extra lap in, you might as well harvest. So, Gordon has started a lap, but he's still weaving, so that means he's going for another warm-up. Rio is about to start his lap. Ignore the invalidation, that's just an out lap. They're both starting right by each other, so this could be a bit of teammate... I'd say the gap is a bit too big for a bit of a tow there. I was going to say they could be helping each other, but I don't think so. I think the gap's a little too big. I don't think TJ would have gained anything from getting a tow from Rio there, but it might have, I don't know. But yeah, we're watching Rio, seeing if he can find any time to try and get past Cookie at the very least, and maybe Nissiv. Or Nis, sorry, you're going to hear me mispronounce the name multiple times throughout the stream. Apologies to the driver and for the chat. But yeah, at the moment it's an improvement from Rio in the Sector 1, but that might have just messed it up. He's invalidated it again, going over that curb in the chicane. It's always a tricky part of the track. He's going to have to get out of the way for his teammate or provide a slipstream for his teammate. He doesn't really help. Kind of gets out of the way though, so not impeding his teammate either. TJ, can he improve? He's currently P7 with a 16.0. He would probably like to break into the 15s in order to pose a little bit of a threat. Echo is at a 15.9 right now, and he's on an out lap, so I think TJ would like to improve. Can he improve through the final corner? What can the other Mercedes driver do? Out of the final corner, up to the line, DRS open, and it is a 15.5, and it is P5 for TJ. He gets past Echo for the time being. Echo is on an out lap, going again. We're going down to Berlin. Berlin's invalidated. Oh, he's given up his lap. Fori is boxing. He's got the British Grand Prix livery for VCARB. Of course, it wasn't seen for long on that track, unfortunately. It was a lovely livery, but wasn't seen. Thankfully, we get it in the game, so we can give it a little love. And that is Cookie. I've missed that lap entirely. I apologise. He has gone even faster than this. It's a 14.640 for Cookie. We was watching Rio improve. We was watching Rio invalidate, sorry. We was watching the wrong drivers. Watching the wrong people. We missed a key moment. Nis is going again. I see an Aston Martin there. That's Gordon coming out of the final corner. Has he found any time? It looks like he has. Ah, that's P6. That's a 15.6. I'm trying to keep an eye on as many people as I can. That is an RB across the line. I think that's DZ Racer. Sorry. Yeah, I'm missing the laps here. We've got Echo coming out of the final corner. He's P8 at the moment. He was provisionally P5 earlier. Now he gets up to a 15.6. He's found a few temps and he's got himself just into P7. Unable to pass TJ and get back up to P5 for now. That's Lewis cutting the track. Lovely. Steven up to the line. Gets himself up to P12. Ollie is going again. No, it's maybe going for another outlap. Nis is about to get his lap across the line. There's Cookie in the way, maybe. Cookie's going to have to dive out of the way. Yep, there he does. Without impeding Nis. Nis abandons the lap, though. Maybe wasn't finding any time in that lap. Maybe decided, no, it's not worth it. And just boxed with 6 minutes remaining. Still got enough time, really. The McLaren of... I think that's Michael. No, that is Ollie. We'll keep an eye on Ollie now. We've got a few cars, actually. Sorry, I say that. Lewis is boxing. Got an RB, that is DZ. He's boxing as well, I'd presume. And you got Kevin on an outlap. You got an Aston Martin. I think that's Gordon. That is Gordon. Gordon is not pushing. He's not pushing. Yeah, he's boxing. We've got Haas again. That is Echo boxing. Then you've got Rio, and right behind Rio is that is Ollie, isn't it? Yeah, that's Ollie. I got finally back to Ollie, who has also abandoned the lap again. So he's kind of using tyres, isn't he? Himmy boxes. Steven's nearly hitting the wall there as he boxes. Michael, yeah, everyone's boxing. Kevin's the only one on a lap right now, so all eyes go to Kevin. Oh, he's got the Spanish Grand Prix livery equipped. It's a nice livery. I kind of like this one. It was alright. It wasn't the best one. I think Vegas did it better, I think, with the checkered flag design, sort of, where they actually went for a checkered flag, rather than just the scheme of a checkered flag. They actually used the proper one with the colour. But this is pretty good too, I'd say. I'd give it a solid 8 out of 10. I think Vegas was better, personally. And I didn't really like the Miami one. I think it was the Miami one that they used. I didn't like that one that much, to be honest. It's alright, but yeah. Yeah, anyway, Kevin, through the final few corners. Enough talking about the livery. Let's talk about the lap time. Coming up to the final corner, what can Kevin Cow do? All eyes are on him. Up to the line. It is an improvement. Oh, no, it's not. It was close, but not enough. It was nearly a 10th down on his lap. He didn't find any time, unfortunately. We've got a Mercedes leaving the pits. That is Rio leaving the pits. So we've got 4 minutes to go. So this is like the last runs now. We've got an Aston following him right out. I think that might be Gordon. Yeah, that's Gordon. So yeah, let's go to Rio. Okay. Kevin is probably going to box after that. Ollie's still lost. Honestly, I thought Ollie had, I thought Ollie was quite fast, to be honest, just from vibes. But dead last right now. Maybe it's just the track that he's struggling on. Of course, some drivers are very dependent on the track. Some tracks they do really well, other tracks they don't really do very well. And yeah, I'm one of those drivers, to be fair. Like on Miami, for example. Let me move my mic a bit closer. On Miami, I'm pretty good. Like, I can handle the track quite well. But on like Spa, I'm very bad around Spa. I don't know why. I just am. I'm worse around Spain. Spain is like my worst track. Spain and Japan and Spa were probably my 3 worst tracks. Like, they're not difficult. I just suck around them. Like, it's not even a matter of me invalidating my laps or something. It's not that. I just suck. Like, I'm just slow, if that makes sense. Anyway, enough talking about myself. I was going to say enough glazing myself, but I'm not really glazing myself, am I? I'm just talking about how bad I am. Back to Rio, though. He's P3 right now. Cookie is on provisional pole, and that's not good for Rio. He's going to want to find a bit of time if he wants to keep that championship hope alive. He's finding a 10th right now, which is a good sign. Everyone is leaving the pits, so I don't think he'll have any traffic. You got a Ferrari that stopped right on the 3rd sector, but I don't think they'll be there by the time he gets there. And he manages to not invalidate through going over the curb this time. So he's going to try and ease it in, try not to push the limits too much as he comes through the final few corners. Riding the curbs beautifully though, and he's 3 tenths up now. That's not enough. He needs to find a lot more time in this final sector, and I don't think he can. He's got just 2 more corners. Can he find the time that he needs to get past Nis and maybe Cookie? Into the final corner we go. He's running out of time. Is it going to be enough? Or will Rio Harris fall at the final hurdle? across the line. He improves his time, but not his position. It's a 14.9. That might save him from getting overtaken by Himi or anyone else behind, but that is only P3 at best. If he doesn't get another lap in, I don't think he will, and if he does, he won't be as fast, I don't think, because his tyres will be wearing out away by then. So, who else? We've got Cookie. That is Cookie starting a lap. Nis is still on the middle of his out lap. We'll go to Himi for the time being. I know there's other people on laps, but we'll focus on Himi since he is P4. Well, he's not really pushing. Yeah, he's not pushing, so he's maybe getting another out lap done. Got TJ slowing down as much as possible, but trying not to invalidate anyone. Impede anyone. Cookie's up by 2 tenths. That's not a good sign. That's not a good sign. Cookie is going very rapidly. Nis is going to be his only real competition, I'd say. I mean, there could be someone else at the back of the grid that could just shoot up to the top. Like, I don't know these drivers, so I don't know who's the fastest and who's the slowest. I've taken a glance at best at the standings, so I have a very limited understanding. So I apologise if I'm not paying enough attention to certain drivers. As time goes on and I commentate more and more races, I will get a better understanding of who's fast and who's actually not so fast. But for now, you're going to have to bear with me as I learn. We've got Rio, I think, providing a slipstream to TJ, but it's pretty hard to do that, to be honest, in this sort of circuit. You only really get to do it down the main straight at most. And Cookie, again I've missed it, does a 14.3. And I don't think Nis is going to be able to challenge that at the moment. He's getting close, though. He's nearly at the end of his lap. He's improved by a tenth, nearly 2 tenths up right now. Can he find a few more tenths in the final few corners? He's sliding out of the final few corners. So he's going to have to be careful not to lose the car, but also push the car to its absolute limits into the final corner. Is it going to be enough for P1, or is he going to fall to P2? Across the line, it is a 14.4, just falling away and not able to do it. We saw Rio have a moment just now. Into the final corner goes Himi. Can Himi improve and pose a threat? Across the line, no, he doesn't. He improves his time by a tenth, but he's unable to find any more time. So that is it. Qualifying's over. I missed everyone below P5. I didn't really see anyone else's time. We got TJ across the line, sorry. He doesn't improve. He's 5 tenths down. So unfortunate. That is the end of qualifying. Yep, that's everyone done with their laps, I think. Yeah. Ty Cleary, just the only one who's left doing the pit entry. So yeah, that was a pretty interesting qualifying, honestly. So yeah, that's qualifying results. Got Cookie on pole position, Nis in P2, P3 Rio, P4 Himi, P5 Gordon, P6 TJ, P7 Echo, P8 Michael, P9 F1 Mallard, or I'm just going to say Mallard, P10 DZ Racer, P11 TY Cleary, I'm going to struggle to say that name, Lewis P12, Stephen P13, Berlin P14, Forey P15, P16 is Kevin Cow, P17 in last place is Ollie J, if you want to say the J at the end, but it's just Ollie for me. Yeah, that was an interesting quali. Now, I don't know if they have a break before they ready up. If you do have a break, then don't ready up, of course. But if you don't have a break, then feel free to ready up whenever you want. Yeah. Let me check if there's a formation lap. I think there is. There should be. I mean, there's usually a formation lap in leagues, right? That's not formation lap. This is also not formation lap. There we go. Rules and flags. It should be here. Off. So there's no formation lap, so they'll just go straight into it. Safety car is on standard. Red flags are off. Fair enough. Okay, so yeah, corner cutting obviously on strict. Yeah, just had to check that so that I knew if there was going to be a formation lap or not. I don't know when they're ready up, if they have a break or not, so we'll just give it a moment. I've got my dinner right here. I've not been eating my dinner because I'm trying to commentate, but I've got my dinner, so if you hear any discreet chewing sounds, I apologise. My voice is also cracking a bit. I've not been well lately. We're not going to talk about it, but yeah. let's check the Discord on my phone to see what's going on. Chat, there we go. There was someone asking for an invite 10 minutes ago. I don't have that person added, I'm afraid. So I can't do anything about that. But there is a person doing that. Trying to see where the... Oh, there it is, tier 1 chat. Yeah, there we go. They're just having regular banter, I'm assuming. Yeah. Ah, so Ollie said ready up at... Oh, now. Yes, now. They should be readying up any minute. Any second, we should get going. And we won't have a formation lap, we're just going to have to jump right into it. 5 red lights, and we'll be underway. This is going to be a fun race, I can tell. Because they're very close in qualifying, so it's going to be an interesting one. Here we go. The 5 red lights come on for the Hungarian Grand Prix of Tier 1. And it's lights out, and away they go, heading down to turn number 1. Let's see what happens. Turn off that. There we go, into the first corner. Fori, wait, what? Fori's in the lead. Okay, we've had a bit of drama. Hang on. Rio is out. Why is Fori in the lead? How has this happened? I don't know if that's just a glitch on my side. Rio's already out. Is there a restart? Did I miss something? Rio's left. I'm gonna have to wait for Ollie to confirm what's going on. Fori is in the lead for some reason. He just started in the lead. Unless I missed something, I didn't. Cookie's P6. Yeah, this ain't making sense. What's going on? How did Cookie and Rio, like, how is Rio out, first of all? Because I didn't see that. I saw him go off, but how and why? Gordon's P3. Nis is leading now. What the hell? Okay, sorry about that. That was a really bad launch for me. We've got a lap 1 safety car. Rio's out. I thought there was a glitch and we was gonna restart. That's why I didn't really say much. Yeah, that was absolute chaos. I wasn't expecting that. I got really confused because I just saw Fori in the lead for some reason, which obviously wasn't true. He started way down. And then Rio's out all of a sudden, so when Rio crashed, I thought, oh, maybe there's a glitch and they're restarting. No, that actually just happened. Maybe it was a glitch on my thing, because when I was switching to Fori, it wasn't showing Fori in the lead, like, it might have just been a thing. Cookie is boxing, so lap 1 box, that's probably wing damage. They probably collided. And I just missed it, because I was so focused on Fori being in the lead all of a sudden. Like, it was really random, and yeah, that's kind of screwed me a little bit. That's not a good impression, is it? My first ever live stream, and I've already messed up. But to be fair, you can't blame that on me. Fori shouldn't have been in the lead. I was focused on that. So we'll be waiting for the safety guard to go in. It probably won't take too long. Probably at the end of this lap, maybe next lap at the most. But yeah, Cookie making a lap 1 box, and Rio is out, so that's not good for Rio and his championship hopes. Genuinely don't know what happened there. That's never happened to me before in a commentary. Like, I've never seen someone just be in the lead when they're not in the lead, if that makes sense. Like, that is the craziest race start I think I've ever seen. So yeah, I apologise for that. That wasn't great to see. But yeah, look at it. Fori did not start in P1. It's even showing here position change. If you look back on the stream, if you clip that, you'll see. It was in P1 for some reason. Anyway, enough about that. We'll move on from it, because if I keep yapping about it, no one's going to care. As I said, safety car should be in this lap, maybe next lap if it's not done. But Cookie has caught up and there's nobody else waiting, so I would say safety car in. Or maybe that's too soon, I don't know. For a VSC maybe it would be restarting, but the safety car is different, I suppose. No, I don't think we're... No, I think we got another lap of safety car. So I want to check the Discord, because I don't know what the hell just happened. We got a really weird glitch on my end. I don't know if everyone else's game glitched as well, or if that was just me. They're calling, they're making a decision now. Yours called to restart. So they are discussing it. I think we should restart, to be honest. There was a bug. Fori was in first, and then there was a crash straight off the line. Like, I don't think we should do that. Unless that Fori thing was just a visual glitch from my end that can't really be helped. I don't know. In my opinion, we should do a restart, but that's not my decision to make. I am just a commentator. And I will... Yeah. Rio is understandably annoyed because Cookie and Rio made a collision. And I missed it. Of course, I missed the most vital collision in lap 1. Yeah, we're waiting. Hang on, I'm watching Rio's POV now, so I'll get an insight on what actually happened. Oh, they barely make it off the line, really, and in towards turn 1. Oh, that's rough. Hang on, let me restart that. Obviously, you guys can't see this, so I apologise, but... So yeah, it looks like Cookie just moves over slightly, and then he gets clipped, and then they go into the wall, and Rio's out from that. I don't know. I think that... Oh, okay, safety car's restarting. We'll come back to that later. That's for the stewards to investigate, not me. We're about to go racing again, and Berlin gets a 10-second penalty for colliding with DZ Racer. That's not a great way to start things, is it? Let's see, coming up to the final corner. Let's see when Nis decides to run, and it looks like he's gone. And he's left Himmy in the dust. Coming out of the final corner. Oh wait, he's already like 2-3 temps out. Or a temp out, sorry. Is that gap really... That's not 8 temps. There's no way that's 8 temps. Okay, maybe I'm just stupid. I don't know. Gordon P3 at the moment defending from TJ. But yeah, Rio is out, unfortunately. That puts an end pretty much to his championship hopes. Unless Cookie just stops attending, which I don't think will happen. So yeah, Cookie and Rio colliding lap 1. There will be probably replays of that. Not in the stream, but I mean in editing for a YouTube video probably. If they're making highlights of these. I don't know if they do make highlights. I think I've seen the YouTube channel pop up before. So they probably do make some highlights, which in that case, there will be a clip of that played most likely. If not, then I guess it's on the Discord server. Join the Discord server if you want to see the stewarding happen. Well, not the stewarding, but everything happen live, basically. Nis still leading, relatively boring restart, of course. It's Hungary, you can't really expect too much on-track action. Oh, Mallard going wide there, though. And there's a Haas of Lewis on the back of Mallard. Did I say Mallard was Berlin? Berlin went wide, Mallard was right behind him. Alright, let's see, Cookie is in dead last right now, so he's going to have to do a Max Verstappen to get up to the lead. I wonder if he can do it. We've got everyone weaving across the track, trying to take an esports-esque line, I suppose. No, I don't think that's esports, then that's just them trying not to give DRS, or a slipstream, I mean, to each other. And there is a bit of a switchback going on here. There's Mallard getting past Berlin for P8, and he's done it. And I think Berlin will have the inside here. So around the outside, there's contact between Mallard and Berlin. But Mallard sticks through and eventually gets ahead. We're getting terrible camera angles. We're just going to stay on board for a minute. Oh, we've got side-by-side action here. Fori backing out of this move. Ollie gets up to P12. And Kevin is, at the moment, in dead last. We'll go back to the leaders, though, because Gordon is leading this DRS train of cars. Of course, we only have one DRS zone, but still, it is a DRS train, I suppose. If they're all staying this close to each other, but without any overtakes, it is technically a DRS train, I suppose. Yeah. I'm surprised there's no special livery on the V-Carb. There's like 2 or 3 different special liveries now available for most of the cars, and I don't see that many special liveries being used. I mean, I don't know. I mean, his teammate's using one. Fori's using a special livery. But there's none for DZ. I mean, maybe he doesn't have it. I'm surprised the Hasses aren't using one. I'd expect the Hasses to use one. At least maybe the Suzuka livery, because that one's quite nice. Maybe the like even the Austria one. Not Austria, sorry. The Austin one. That one's alright. I think the Canada one was the best though. The 200th Grand Prix start, I think that was. That one was quite good. Anyway, enough yapping about liveries. You can tell I love yapping about liveries. Nis has made a gap of 1.3 seconds ahead of him as we move down here. Lewis has dropped to dead last. I don't know how that's happened. There's quite a few cars here all squabbling with each other. Steven in P14 at the moment. Cookie is P11 and he's making his way back up the grid, so we'll keep an eye on Cookie throughout this race. It's only lap 6, remember. We've got quite a while to go. And he will gain and gain and gain. I don't think he'll go on to win. I mean, prediction-wise, I predict he'll finish P2. I don't think he'll get the win. As long as Nis stays out in the lead, no drama happens, no unlucky safety cars for Nis, I think he'll just pull home a victory. But that's my opinion. That's not facts or anything. That is just it's a bold prediction. I don't think Cookie has it in him to win from dropping to dead last after a lap 1 incident like that. But then again, I don't know Cookie, so I could be wrong. Anyway, point is, out of the final corner, he has DRS, gaining on the 2 cars ahead. He's got a Williams and an Aston to overtake. Is he going to do it? Down into turn number 1, he gets past Berlin. Is he going to try and get past Ty Cleary? Tries, he's side by side with Berlin and Cookie making slight contact there. But I don't think that was contact as much. I think Cookie just lost the rear. And it looked like there was a bit of a clipping going on there, but nothing major. Cookie goes on, he's now up to 10th. He's making progress quickly. You know what, I might want to take back my prediction already. I feel like I've predicted the worst thing. I think he's going to go on to win now. I shouldn't make predictions. I'm going to commentator's curse this. Nis is going to end up losing now. I've unlocked Cookie. Cookie's going to go full power now. And he's already right on the back of... I'm going to say Clary. I'm going to stop saying Ty Clary. I feel like I'm not saying the name properly. Echo getting past... Oh, Michael's gone off. And he's dropping positions fast. And that is Mallard getting up to 7th because of Michael's mistake. I don't know how that's happened, but we've gone back to him and he's off the track. So, yeah. Can happen to anyone, I suppose. Steven dropping to last. Steven has had a moment. He's off the track as well. And that is an awkward place to crash. I'm assuming he's crashed with another person. That doesn't look like that would just be a spin. So, unlucky for the Ferrari of Steven. And meanwhile, his teammate is P2. Not that far behind Nis, but then again, he's not in DRS, so he's not exactly closing in either. He's actually losing a little bit of time. But yeah, we'll have to keep an eye on the gaps, of course. TJ P4 at the moment. He's not really overtaken Gordon. He's not tried to, as far as I'm aware. And he's got a little further back is Echo. But Echo is out of DRS range, of course, and it looks like TJ is about to lose DRS himself. So these guys are going to be split up soon. Hungary can be a very interesting track, but it can also be a very boring one at the same time. It depends on the drivers, as I said earlier. Yeah, it depends on the drivers sometimes. But this track itself, it can be very boring to watch, depending on the race itself. I don't think there's rain coming, but there is it's overcast, so we could have rain on the horizon. I'm saying that because it's overcast, but I don't know for a fact. I actually haven't checked the weather forecast yet. Steven getting another 3-second time penalty. How many penalties does he have? He's got 13 seconds. I think that's a 10-second plus... Yeah. That's a 10-second penalty plus 3 seconds for track limits. I said another, but yeah. Oh, Clary's boxing. The Aston's in. This lap 9 boxing. We had a lap 1 safety car and Cookie boxed on lap 1 for fresh hard. So he went from hard to hard, didn't he? He's still going to have to box again. Mallard's getting past Easy. That move was done pretty quickly around the outside. Cookie's going to try and get past DZ. Is he going to get the move done? Oh, he's right on the back of DZ now. He's going to try and go alongside into turn 4, I think this is. and trying to get the move done, going off the track briefly. And the Red Bull is up into 7th. His teammate is in P6. I assume these teammates will work together. I don't know if Mallard's going to just let him through or what, but right now the teammates are right by each other on track. We've got Echo P5 and TJ P4. These two have stayed close. Gordon's run off to chase after Himi, so TJ and Echo have been left to their own devices in P4 and P5, but I think they'll be happy to be where they are at the moment. Cookie, yep, gets past Mallard pretty quickly. I didn't think Mallard was going to hold up his teammate for long. His teammate, in fact, would probably try to hold these guys up a little longer, although I don't think even they could pose a threat to Cookie right now, because he seems to be on fire. So we'll see what happens with that. His next driver to overtake is going to be Echo. He's 4 seconds up the road, so let's see what happens. It's lap 10 now, and the gap between Nis and Himi is 2 seconds. No rain detected on the track right now, but as I said, it's overcast, so things could change. I don't know the weather forecast, so I could be wrong about that. It could be sunny skies in a few minutes' time for all I know. So yeah, I'm just a humble commentator. I don't actually know the weather. I can't predict the weather. And there probably was a weather forecast announced before the race, but I missed it. Knowing me, that's probably what happened. Berlin and Fori are still battling as Fori has lost the rear end coming out of turn 3. Unlucky there. Yeah, it can happen to anyone, as I've said earlier. Unlucky there for Fori. Now down to 13th. Berlin up to 10th. Obviously with a penalty though. That is a 13-second time penalty. So that's 10 seconds he's going to have to serve in the pits. And then another 3-second time penalty on top of that. So yeah, Berlin's going to be a bit screwed. Anyone with a 10 seconds is going to be screwed, as a matter of fact. Anyway, back to Cookie. Cookie is in 1 lap. Reduced a 4-second gap to a 3-second gap. And he's continuing to close in. So I think TJ and Echo are not going to last long in those positions. I think Cookie's about to pass them. Gordon, in fact, is also in a bit of trouble here. He's going to want to pass him if he wants to stay on the podium, because Cookie is on his way. So only lap 11 and he's already closed in this much. So I'm starting to think I was wrong about what I said. I think Cookie will win this race if he continues to push like this. He has ever so slightly fresher tyres than the rest of the field, but then again, that's not really an advantage in the long run. For the medium runners though, the medium run, yeah, actually, that's majority of the grid on mediums. Mediums are probably wearing out by now, whereas the hards still have a bit of tyre life left in them. That's probably why he's gaining so much as well. It's 2 seconds now, because mediums wear out a lot faster than hards naturally. That is what they are supposed to do. Oh, Cookie, 3-second time penalty. That, oh, it's hard to not do that at a track like this. But yeah, it can happen to anyone, and unfortunately, even Cookie is a victim of track limits around Hungary. He's gonna have to deal with that for the rest of the race now. A bit of bad luck, a bit of commentator's curse has probably just come upon him because I've said he's going to win now. So I'm going to shut my mouth when it comes to saying who's going to win and who's not going to win, because I think I'm cursing a few of the drivers here. I'll just stick to actually commenting on the racing, as that is my job. So we got Echo. Echo is in trouble. Now Cookie is within DRS range, so this could be bad. Oh, I don't think he got DRS there. TJ has decided to box, so Echo is left to his own devices, and there is no DRS at the moment for Cookie, but in the next corner, DRS will be available if he can stay within 1 second. It's a bit hard to tell because the gap keeps going up and then down. Let's see if the rear wing opens. No, it doesn't, so that means Cookie has still gone without DRS, but then again, this lap, he will close in. Going back to these guys though, they are very close now. Gordon has closed in on Himi. Himi is in trouble. Obviously, Gordon is also on the hard compound tyre, which means that Himi will be in danger. Nis is also on the mediums, but he's 3 seconds out from Himi, who is obviously right with Gordon. Then 6 seconds away is Echo and Cookie, and 4 seconds back. Nearly 5 seconds now is Mallard, and the rest of the grid go on. But yeah, I would say Echo will get overtaken by the next straight hang, and we've got a yellow flag. What's happened here? Oh, it's gone away. Okay. I have to... Oh. These guys are all very close. They're actually fighting. Ollie, Lewis, and Michael. Here comes Ollie trying to go around the outside, maybe. No, he closes that move off. Michael and Lewis are battling like crazy. Here comes Ollie up the inside. He's of his teammate. His teammate probably just let him go there. Not any complaints. Here's TJ on fresh hards, passing Michael without any problems. And Ollie is still P12, trying to get past Lewis as we've got an overtake. I've missed this, as usual. Here's Himi and Gordon battling. Gordon has finally gotten past. There's Cookie getting past Echo for P4. And he's made the move into turn number 1. Echo's lost the position, and as a bonus, Cookie has DRS. Gordon has passed Himmy, so that's good for him in order to stay on the podium and move further up the podium for the time being, I suppose. So next up, Cookie is going to have to close in that 6-second gap and get away from Echo, which I don't think will be too much of a problem. He's going faster and faster. As you see his lap time, he was just up a 10th there, and apparently a purple sector 1. So the gap is 3.1 right now. Gordon could actually pose a threat to Nis, I would say, because Gordon's on hards. Nis's mediums aren't going to last out forever, you know. And in fact, we're already seeing it. The gap is starting to shrink a little bit. So there could be a battle in a few laps' time if Nis decides not to box anytime soon. But then again, I would say you'd box around now to get onto the hards if you're doing a 2-stopper. If you're doing a 1-stopper, then I'd say wait a few more laps, which Nis could be doing. Nis might stay out. He's staying out another lap now. So I don't know who's on a 1-stop, who's on a 2-stop here. I would say the 1-stop wouldn't be viable. But that's just me personally, of course. Everyone has different strategy options. Cookie, there, out of the final corner. He's closed it to 5 seconds now, so he's already 2 seconds clear of Echo. So give it a few more laps, and Cookie will be in the picture once again. Yeah, okay, so about Gordon closing in on Nis, it's 3.1. And obviously Nis is on old medium, so logically speaking, Gordon should be able to close in. But you've got to take into account, hards do also wear out. They're not this invincible tyre wear source. My words are not wording. They're not, you know, indestructible when it comes to tyre wear. They will also wear out. They just wear out a bit slower than the mediums. That's the whole point of them. Just make strategy interesting, but yeah, even the hard runners will start to feel it. Is around lap 14, because this track is a very demanding track on the tyres. Like when you're going around, people say this is Monaco without the walls. I would somewhat agree to that, but I also think that it's very bad. It's like it feels like you're racing around Austria in a way, racing around Austria because of how demanding it is on the tyres. Monaco isn't that bad for its tyre wear. Personally, I don't experience tyre wear that much around Monaco. What I experience is hitting the walls and getting damaged that way. But from a track standpoint, I'd say Hungary is one of the more demanding tracks on your tyre wear, so I'd compare it to like Austria, where that's really bad for me usually. Like I can't even touch the soft tyre around Austria. To be fair, most of the tracks you can't touch the softs in this game, because tyre wear is just that demanding. Like obviously besides qualifying and maybe a late safety car, you wouldn't really consider the softs in your strategy, for most circuits at least. Like, I can't think of a track where you would definitely pick the soft tyre over a medium, maybe. Unless, of course, as I said, late safety car could change that. We've got a few cars boxing. Oh, Berlin wing repair and serving a penalty. That's going to cost him a lot of time. He'll drop out of the top 10 for sure after that. We've got Kevin Cow boxing onto fresh hards. Lap 15. Getting that done. And Lewis passed him for P12 at the moment. Cookie has closed the gap to 3.7, so the progress is starting to slow down for Cookie a little bit. It's not that he's not pushing, he's probably just suffering from a little bit of tyre wear. But he is still closing in rapidly, so I think Himmy will have to get ready to do some defence here. Because I think if Himmy wants to actually stand a chance in the championship, he's going to have to beat Cookie here, and convincingly. Like, I'm not saying Himmy's going to have to resort to terrorism to win, but you know, at the same time, he's going to have to really put up a good fight here if he wants to keep his championship hopes alive. But to be fair, if Rio has DNF'd, Rio was the only one who could really stand a chance against Cookie at this stage of the season. Unless, as I said, Cookie just stops attending or gets some kind of ban. But I don't think that will happen. I don't think Cookie did something that was necessarily race ban worthy, you know. And if that happens, that happens. Again, I'm not a steward, I'm just a commentator here. And I don't know the rules of the league, if that makes sense. Like, as for the actual incident involving Cookie and Rio, I don't know what kind of penalty might be slapped on, if there will be a penalty slapped on. But we'll have to wait and see, you know. I mean, it could be an interesting situation. I mean, most of you haven't seen the clip, and unfortunately I can't show it to you because I don't have a PC or anything like that. I don't even know if that is possible on PC to show live replays of incidents. I'm on a console, I'm afraid. I'm a bit of a poor one. Anyway, Ollie's P15 right now, but I don't know why I've randomly cut to Ollie, but Nis and Gordon, these guys, the gap has shortened a little bit. Is Nis going to box? No, he stays out another lap. So Nis might be struggling here. The tyre wear might start to be getting to him. Cookie is also closing in rapidly. The hard tyres are really starting to show here on these old medium runners. They're not able to do anything at this point. The Ferrari isn't going to be able to keep this up much longer. I'd say another lap and then Cookie's going to be there now. Echo's boxing. TJ's already boxed. So TJ's undoubtedly going to undercut Echo here. Brilliance from TJ to be able to do that. But he'll probably be going for a two-stopper if he boxed that soon, I would say. I think that was Ollie who just got a penalty. And Berlin gets another 3-second time penalty. That's 6 seconds for Berlin now. There's Clary. Clear. I'm just going to say Clear. Clear is probably the best way to say the name. I need to ask these drivers how do you actually pronounce their names. I can say at least like 10 of the names I can say confidently. But like, there's just a few that is a bit tongue twister on me. And I'm not very good with tongue twister words. Oh, safety car. What has happened? We've got a safety car. Who's crashed? Oh, there's Ollie. No front wing. That's not great. That's another safety car. Hang on. Who's that going to benefit? That's going to benefit the leaders. The top 4 are going to absolutely run away with it now. They get a free pit stop. Cookie can go on to a fresh set of mediums, maybe. Or he stays out. This could actually be a tough one. How old is his tyres? They're 15 laps old. Yeah, I'd say box. The medium runner's 100% going to box. Gordon's 100% going to box. Cookie could go back onto the hard tyres that he started on, but then again, he needs to go on the mediums. So I'd say he'll box for mediums here. If he doesn't box for mediums, he'll go on back onto the hards. But yeah, no, he's going to box mediums. There's no way he doesn't box. Oh, 4E, speeding under... Oh, drive-through penalty for speeding under the safety car. Yeah, drive-throughs are easily done here. So Nis is going to box onto a fresh set of hards. This is going to reset the field. The racing here is about to get absolutely chaotic. There it is, mediums. So TJ only boxed... Hang on, how long ago did he box? He boxed around 5 laps ago. He's already boxing again? I would say stay out, bro. I mean, it's obviously not my strategy, but I would say stay out. Clear is going to box as well. Echo just boxed. So he will get back past TJ. TJ could have stayed ahead there. He could have had the track position, but he's choosing to give it up in order for another set of, I'm assuming, hards. Yeah, that's a fresh set of hards. I guess the 5-lap advantage would help. I guess 5 laps fresher tyres, maybe getting rid of those the worn out tyre. I suppose it could help you. But yeah, P8, he's lost quite a few places after that. He could have stayed out. Honest opinion. But yeah, everyone's basically gotten a free pit stop under that. Some strategy options here. Gordon's basically happy right now. He's going to be really happy because he's on mediums. Cookie and Gordon are on the best possible strategy here. For the next few laps at least, they're going to be absolutely loving this because they'll get to push to their heart's content. Cookie will, without a doubt, probably take the lead, unless there's some kind of mistake that happens, or crash, you know. Obviously, I'm talking once the safety car goes in. Oh, Cookie has just said... in the chat, or not just said, he said it about half past, so that was 20 minutes ago. He said, I have orange underfloor damage. That is not good for Cookie. He's got orange underfloor. And the scary part is, he's still pushed this much to get back up to 4th. This man is fast. I just want to... I'm not going to glaze him. But at the same time, that is incredible. That's incredible speed to do that with that much damage. Obviously Rio isn't happy about that. He's arguing. I would say arguing, but he's not really arguing. He's just kind of annoyed at the situation, which obviously understandable. I mean, you're in a championship fight, and your championship rival just crashed into you. You know. I'm not gonna dare to compare this to 2021. It's even worse because they're both in the same car as well as Lewis and Max. There's a Red Bull and there's a Merc involved. And it happens. Like, I'm not even going to dare to mention that. But, yeah. Safety car should be in next lap, I would say. I don't think they're going to catch up this lap because Ollie is right at the back. P16 at the moment, so he'll take a lap to catch up, I would say. But yeah, honestly, right now, things are interesting. I want to see who boxed and who didn't. Someone might have stayed out. Oh no, it looks like everyone kind of boxed. Lewis didn't. Lewis, Kevin, and Berlin didn't box. They stayed out because their tyres are still relatively fresh. I think TJ should have stayed out, in my opinion. He's free to do what he wants, but I think he would have been better to stay out. He would have had the track position. And look, DZ didn't box. He's on 4 lap old. TJ was on 5 lap, nearly 6 lap old. But I think the track position here is more important than the fresher tyres, if that makes sense, because it was only a few laps, if you really think about it. But then, it depends on how bad the tyre wear is, I suppose. Safety car in this lap? Okay. I thought it was going to give it another lap. Damn. We're getting right back to it then. Ollie's not going to get the chance, so he might catch up. He might just barely catch up to the grid. He's quite close, actually. He might just do it. Nis is going to go whenever he wants to, though. Let's see. He has gone out of the final corner. Echo and DZ colliding. DZ has been given a 10-second time penalty for colliding, but that's not what we're focusing on now. Down in towards turn number 1. Off the safety car restart. Is Gordon going to go for a move? Not just yet. He's going to stay behind Nis. No stupid moves into turn 1. We've got a bit of contact there between a Red Bull and a Mercedes. That is F1 Mallard and TJ colliding. That is wing damage for TJ into turn number 1. I'm going to turn that off so we can actually see the cars. There's a lot of yellow. There's yellows popping up, but yeah, that was a crazy restart. Oh, another collision there between Mallard and TJ. I wouldn't say another, but yeah, absolute insanity off the restart. The top 4 are as they were, then P5, P6. P7, P8, P9. We've got a bit of drama there. The overtaking's kind of stopped. Ollie's catching up, but he's a few seconds back, unfortunately. We'll stay with the leaders, as that is Cookie going wide out of that corner there. I don't know the corner number or name. I don't think that corner has a name. I don't think most of the corners on this track have names. Then again, I don't know. I don't learn the track corners that well. I don't know them that well, I mean. Anyway, first lap after the safety car. Nis is already 1 second clear. I was going to say Gordon would have the advantage here, and so would Cookie, but it looks like Nis is still showing strong pace to be able to stay ahead like that. And you can see everyone weaving there. And down the inside goes Cookie in turn number 1. Can he get past Himmy? He's going to defend. Himmy manages to stay ahead of Cookie. And Cookie's going to try it again, and there's a bit of a collision there. Thankfully, no damage for either car, but it's getting really heated. Himmy is trying to get past, Cookie is trying to get past Himmy, and Himmy is defending it the best he can. He's actually putting a pretty good defense, all things considered, and Cookie is getting more and more aggressive as time goes on. Echo is right there as well. Can Echo pose a threat? Is he going to send it down the championship leaders inside? No, he's not. He's going to stay back. He's smarter than that. He doesn't want to risk anything stupid. He stays back. Himmy and Cookie, because of their squabbling, they've actually lost time to Gordon. Which, of course, for Cookie isn't a problem, but for Himmy it might be. Fori's dead last. I think he had to box after the safety car restart, which is unfortunate because he's all the way down there now. He's 12 seconds off from Ollie, who is 2 seconds away from the rest of the field. Who are still in a bit of a DRS train of their own. 1 second away. Then we got round 2. It is going to be Cookie versus Himmy once again into turn number 1. Cookie is going to send it down the inside once again. This time he will get past, it looks like. DRS open on exit. Himmy is still alongside him though into turn 2, sorry. Is it going to be Himmy or Cookie? Cookie looks like he just manages to get ahead. We've got a bit of a lag spike from Himmy there, but Cookie has managed to get ahead of Himmy, the Ferrari being overtaken on lap 22 by Cookie, the championship leader, and now he is going to chase after Gordon and Nis. After that, we'll go further down. I see a bit of overtaking going on here into turn number 4. Oh, we got a wide. Oh, that's Lewis. Lewis is off, recovering from it. Yeah, that's unlucky. I don't think he has any damage. I can't get a good camera angle. Here we go. He's got a bit of damage. I don't know if he collided with someone or what, but yeah, unlucky for him. Anyway, we move up to the top 3 once again because this gap has shortened majorly, and we've got another yellow flag because Lewis has gone off again. I can't pay too much attention to that though because DRS is open, of course, and it looks like Gordon is in trouble because here comes Cookie. I don't think he's close enough to go for a send. No, he's not close enough. But into turn number 2, he might be. Oh, he's going to have to be careful of the exit there. Cookie's not close enough just yet, but he's getting closer, that's the point. And there is going to be a battle soon between Gordon and Cookie. Stay tuned for that. Himmy isn't too far off, to be fair, but I don't think he's going to be launching an attack again after that. I think his defense was good, but inevitably he lost it because the lag spike was probably affecting him, as well as, of course, Cookie is very skilled and on mediums. You know, despite the underfloor damage, but yeah, Cookie is faster, I would say. TJ, 3-second time penalty. A lot of people starting to rack up time penalties. Cookie, of course, has a 3 seconds. I haven't mentioned that, but Cookie with the 3-second penalty, that's going to affect his finishing time, and he might have another penalty added on due to the incident with Rio. So yeah, even if Cookie's excellent on-track performance, you know, continues, he can still get a penalty. You know, I'm not saying he's going to. Again, I don't know what's going to happen, but I'm saying that it could happen, and that's the point. It's a hypothetical. If he gets a time penalty added on after the end of the race, along with the already 3 seconds, it's going to affect him. Unless he manages to win by like 10 seconds, but I don't see that happening as of now. DRS open towards turn number 1. Can he get past Gordon this time? Down the inside he goes. And a switch back from Gordon maybe. DRS open for Cookie. I think he's gotten the move done excellently there. Into turn number 2. There's nothing they can do. And now his main rival is Nis. He'll go and hunt down 2.6 seconds. Separate them as of now. Oh, sorry, 2.7 around that time frame. It changes a lot. Now 2.8. Yeah, it's going to change a little bit. But yeah, the gap is around 2.6 to 3 seconds. At the gap. Lewis is retired. Oh, it's in the pits. Okay. I was about to say there's going to be another safety car, but no. It's just in the pits, retirement. A lot of drama, a lot of chaos going on right now. Mallard P6. Clear P7. DZ P8. Berlin P9. TJ P10. So things going pretty smoothly now. Gap is 3.2. I actually think that Nis has got the advantage. Oh, Ollie's retired. Oh, it's another safety car. Something's happened. Ollie's in the wall. We're going to maybe get a shot of it. Hang on. We're waiting. Can 4 get past in time? No, he won't. The car's despawned already. Oh, we've got a Cookie and Gordon boxing. Echo's boxing. They're going on to hards, undoubtedly. It's hard tyres. It's going to be a bit of a strategy switch up here. That was actually pretty good timing for Cookie to get back on the hard tyre. And people with 10 seconds will get to serve the 10 seconds now. But this does shake up the order. Himmy back into second. Clear P3. Cookie rejoins. Is P5? Around P5? Yeah, it's P5. DZ P4. Berlin behind him. P6. Gordon is trying to get as many positions as possible. But it's P9? P8? P8. P8. I thought it was P9 for some reason. P8. Yeah. Gordon's been shafted by that. Car's separating him and Cookie now. And yeah, Nis gets away with that, I suppose. We've got 10 laps to go. And we don't have much time left. We're starting to run out of time. I think Nis could be, could have quite the advantage here. This is absolutely crazy. I think we'll have another lap or two before safety car comes in. Unless I'm wrong again. Safety car came in pretty early last time. I was actually surprised by that. It came in so soon. I wasn't expecting it. So. And there is Lewis leaving. Obviously not going to be happy about the DNF, of course. I mean, he retired in the pit, so he probably knew he wasn't going to do too well after that. But if he had stayed out, the safety car would have come out a few laps later. I mean, he might have been able to use that to his favour. He could have been able to catch back up, but I guess he just didn't want to have a part of it. He's probably kicking himself right now, saying, oh, I should have kept going. And that's the thing, that's a bit of advice. If you, no matter how upset you are, as long as you're still in the race and you haven't been crashed out, you should keep going. Yeah? Because stuff like this happens, safety cars happen, it can change your race in the blink of an eye. Never give up. I know that sounds so cliche, but never give up until it's over, you know? Anyway, enough cringe motivational support there. Back to the actual commentating. Yeah, let's see penalties real quick. Let's have a little look at that. I mean, I already have an idea. Oh, that's quite bad. I thought most of those were time penalties. That's... Oh. That's drive-throughs. So, they can't be served on the safety car as far as I'm aware. So, that once the safety car comes in, all of those drivers are going to have to serve those time penalties quickly. Otherwise, they will get disqualified. That puts TJ in the mud. He's already in the mud. In general, he's already P13. So is Fori. P12, Fori. Then we got Berlin, DZ Racer, and Clear. Cookie's path has been cleared already. It's oh god, I just bit my tooth. Ow. Oh, that happens sometimes. I get random spasms in my jaw. Ah. Safety car's in this lap. Yeah, so the path's already been cleared for Cookie. Cookie's just going to get away with it, really. So Nis is going to be controlling the restart for the third or fourth time. I think this is the fourth time now. No, it's the third safety car, right? We had the lap one, then we had the... This is the fourth safety car restart, I think. Yeah, it doesn't matter. Point is, we're about to go racing again. So let's see. When does he choose to go? Through the final corner. He's not gone yet. Now he's gone. Hemi is right by him. Hemi might go for a move here into turn number one. Is he going to go for a move? He's very close. He might go for it. No, he doesn't. He's got Clear right behind him. He's got TZ up the inside. TZ spun. He spun out on the safety car restart. Berlin up to fourth. Cookie, everyone's side by side. It's nearly 4 wide there. 3 wide into this corner. There's going to be contact. There is. The Haas gets pushed wide and loses some time there. Gordon up to P6. Cookie in P4 at the moment. Clear in P3 with a time penalty, with a drive-through, unfortunately, so he's going to have to serve that soon. Gordon is up to 5th on the safety car restart. That went absolutely amazing for him. And Cookie is 4th. So we're going to have to keep an eye on these guys. But at the moment, Hemi did... I felt like he really wanted to send it, but he had too many people around him. He had Clear right behind him, and then he had DZ, who was just sending it up the inside. The RBs have completely shafted themselves. They both have drive-throughs to serve, as well as being dead last. Yeah, it just wasn't a good restart for them. Michael has made his way up to P8, though. That's something to note. He was at the back. TJ's P11, but he's got a time penalty, drive-through to serve. I keep saying time penalty, I apologise. Oh, hang on, that was a Ferrari going off. That was a Ferrari going off. That's Michael out to the race. It's another safety car. We've got okay, that's a visual glitch. Ignore that. It'll go away eventually. We got another safety car. Oh god, this is the 5th safety car now. I think this is the last one we can have. Ignore the glitching going on. I can't... There we go, that should stop itself. Fori, another drive-through for Fori. A few drivers might just get disqualified here. I don't know. There could be a glitch that disqualifies them. Or not, I don't know. But yeah, this is unlucky. Another safety car. It will come in pretty quickly, I would assume. We've got someone in the pits serving a penalty. Gordon has left. I'd assume that's a disconnect. I don't think he's just left. I think there's a disconnect. He's going to need an invite back prompto. Did I really just say prompto? Sorry. I meant he's going to need an invite back soon. I don't have him added, so I can't invite him. I should have added someone. I should have added some people, but I didn't. I forgot to do that. Let me check, actually. They might have added me. Oh, that's just Kevin. Oh, I had Kevin. I've got Kevin, I guess, but he's in the race still. Someone's going to have to invite Gordon back. I'd say Ollie could, maybe. He's DNF'd, but I think he's still in here. He should be. He's the lobby host, so I'd assume he'd still be in the spectator. So if someone could get an invite out to Gordon, that would be appreciated. I'll send it in the Discord, maybe, I don't know. Yeah, I'll ask them in the Discord to invite him, because I don't have him added, unfortunately. I would invite him if I did have him added, but I don't, so... Oh, his AI is boxing him. Oh, he's back. He's back in. I was about to ask someone to invite him, but he's in. And he is boxed. His AI has boxed him. And Fori gets 10 seconds for speeding in the pit lane. Man, the RB's luck's just getting worse and worse and worse. He's boxing again. Oh, I think he's trying to serve his drive-through. But he can't serve the drive-through because it's a safety car. You can't serve it under safety car. Right, so now Mallard's up to 4th. Which is pretty good for Red Bull in the Constructors. I need to check the Constructors, actually. I haven't checked that. Let's have a look. How are they holding up? Red Bull dominant? I would assume so. Oh my god. Okay, let's have a little look, see what's the Constructors looking like. So in first in the Constructors, I'm not surprised to say this, Red Bull with 212 points as of now, not applying the points added to this race, of course. Then P2 is Mercedes with 149 points. And then P3 is Ferrari, also with 149 points. P4 is Aston Martin with 137. P5 is McLaren with 118. Then P6 is Honda. Oh, sorry, I just said Honda. Racing Bulls with 80. P7 is Haas with 47. P8 is Kick Sauber with 45. P9 is Alpine with 42. And P10 is Williams with 33. Safety car is in this lap. That's enough reading the standings out. Let's actually get back to commentating, because for the 4th time, sorry, we're going racing in Hungary. Once again. When does he choose to go? Does he go for a late launch or an early launch? Safety car is yet to enter the pit lane, so he can't do his restart yet. But it is about to. Gordon's been shafted by his AI. So now it's just basically down to Cookie to get past Himmy and go for the win. Can he do it? It's an early launch for Nis this time, and he's caught Himmy by surprise. And Cookie is right there off the restart. Cookie is giving it all aggression. 5 laps to go. You're going to be pushing down it towards turn number 1. They're alongside now into the first corner. Cookie's going to send it down the inside. Gordon retires from the race after a disappointing result there. Boxing him. That is Cookie getting past Himmy. And now he's going to go after Nis as quickly as possible. We've got some dramas off the restart, maybe? I don't think so. We've got 12 runners left in this race. And everyone is going to be heated up in these last few laps, trying to do what they can. Can Cookie get past Nis, or will Nis get this victory? Cookie is going to have to get past Nis plus 3 seconds, and probably for an extra safety measure, another 2 seconds, just to be sure, I would say. But Cookie is right on the tail of Nis. Let's check tyres. I want to see this, actually. Hang on. So, yeah, Nis is on quite old tyres, so I don't think he's going to be able to push. Cookie's got the advantage in terms of tyres. And Himmy hasn't even attempted to stay with them. He's kind of backed off there. And Mallard is just putting up a roadblock for Echo, just making sure that Echo does not get past him. He's got wing damage, so he can't really defend very well, so he's just going to have to put on a roadblock in the corners where there can't be an overtake. And he's just going to pray for the best, I suppose. DRS enabled this lap, so things are about to get spicy. Into turn number 1. Is there going to be a send up the inside? No. He's waiting for it. And disqualified. A few people just got disqualified. DZ just got disqualified for not boxing. Yeah, everyone here had to serve their drive-thrus like now, otherwise they'd be disqualified. I think DZ either forgot or just didn't want to do it. He couldn't be bothered, and I've missed it. Cookie is past Nis. I was too busy looking at the disqualification. Cookie is now in the lead of the Hungarian Grand Prix. After the lap 1 incident where he dropped down to 16th position, he's climbed his way back up through the field countless times, getting lucky, I suppose, and unlucky with safety cars. And now, here he is on lap 31 leading. Once again, he's going to have to bring out a 3-second gap, though, in order to keep that P1 due to a track limits penalty. So let's see if he can do it. Does Cookie have it in him? We've got another yellow. Oh, that's the Ferrari of Steven going wide. Everyone else is really far back. They're 16 seconds back, so I don't think anyone else will be a danger to Steven. He'll get home with a nice P7 there, if he can keep that on track. Here's Cookie. He's already gotten 1 second away from Nis. I don't think Nis is going to be able to attack now. A 17.4 is the fastest lap of the race overall now. So Cookie should be able to pull out 3 seconds in the next few laps. He's got quite a while to do it. So yeah, it's just a matter of waiting now for the inevitable win. As long as he doesn't make any stupid mistakes, he should have it. So these guys, hang on. Clear is on softs, so he could set the fastest lap here. He could take that away from Cookie at the very least. I don't know if there's points given out for fastest lap, but who knows? We're about to find out, I guess. TJ trying to get past Berlin. There's a bit of a battle going on here. for P8. They're quite a way away from Steven, so they're not going to be able to do anything about that, I'm afraid. But P8 is P8, it's points, so you're going to want to take that into account, and you're going to want to squabble for it, I suppose. Let's check time penalties between these two. They both have 6 seconds, actually, so they're both equal. They're both going to get overtaken by Clear, who is on softs just pushing for the fun of it. Yeah, we're about to see some real interesting stuff. I mean, to be fair, these last few laps are going to be quite boring, I suppose. The main drama has now passed, and we're just going to be waiting for the end, I suppose, as we go on to lap 33 with Cookie. We don't have long before this race is over. It's been an interesting one. He's 2 seconds away now. DZ has left after getting disqualified for not serving his drive-through penalty under the safety car. Echo has managed to... Oh no, it's Kevin. Kevin's in the fight now. Kevin's caught up to Echo and Mallard, and he's given it a damn good go at getting past Echo for P5. None of them have time penalties, so that means it's all to play for. In the last 2 laps of this race, you're going to want to get your overtakes done soon, otherwise you might not be able to do them. Hungary is the track where you can only have... There's only a few limited overtaking opportunities. Besides that, the driver, as long as the driver ahead doesn't make a mistake, you're not getting through. So you got to get the move done quickly, maybe into turn number 1, I would say is probably your best bet at getting an overtake. And you got to defend it through turn 2, I suppose, so yeah, it's a mixed bag. Nis has not yet lost, because the gap is not 3 seconds as of now, it's 2.3, it hasn't really gone up this lap. So maybe Cookie isn't pushing this lap, maybe he's saving it to harvest and then push on the next lap. I don't know what his strategy is there. It's 2.4, 2.3, around that. It's dropping and increasing multiple times. Too much to read. Yeah, honestly, it's quite a nice little bundle of drivers we've got here. The gap is increasing. Kevin has lost DRS to Echo. Echo has DRS on Mallard, but will he get a move done? It's lap 34 out of 35 now, so he's running out of time. Is he going to send it up the inside? No, not quite. Maybe he's waiting for the last lap. I would say realistically your best bet is to harvest and wait for the last lap to make a move, if you can. Meanwhile, Nis has lost 3 seconds to Cookie. If Cookie can retain that 3-second gap and extend it a little more, then he will have P1 and he will win the Hungarian Grand Prix. Echo has a 3-second time penalty for track limits. Cookie's coming around the last few corners. He's obviously got another lap to do after this, but the point is he's made the 3 seconds now, so can he keep it? We've got Hemi there. Hemi is on the podium as it stands. As long as he doesn't make any mistakes, he's on the podium. Where did he start? He started P4, P3. Mallard's done quite well. Kevin's done quite well as well. Started 16th, right at the back, on the last row, and managed to get P6. I'd say that's quite good, and maybe even a P5. If he can stay close enough to Echo, he will get a P5. So that is even better. As we move on to the final lap of this Grand Prix, we will stay with Cookie throughout this last lap. Yeah, it's been an absolute masterclass drive. Of course, the lap 1 incident will be investigated by stewards, so I cannot say what will happen in terms of that. But the point is, we have all witnessed greatness. He went down to 16th, and he fought his way back up. Countless safety cars, countless incidents. But the point is, Cookie managed to fight through it all, and now he is leading 4 seconds ahead of Nis with a 3-second time penalty. He will go on to win this race as long as he doesn't make any mistakes. It's been a lovely drive from the American. I'm assuming he's American due to his flag and the nationality thing. He said he was American. I don't know if he's actually American or not, but I think he's American, so I'm going to say he's American. Oh, we've got an incident. Berlin's gone off. He's had a bit of a spin on the last lap, so he'll drop to P10 in the end. For P11, not able to get anything from that. But yeah, Cookie, for the last few corners, he's just going to be easing it home, I suppose. He's 4 seconds ahead, so he doesn't have to worry about hitting this anymore. Coming up to the final corner we go now. Cookie has led an amazing race, coming back in the last few laps to get back into P1 and get the 3-second gap. Cookie wins the Hungarian Grand Prix in Tier 1, Nis P2. It's been a lovely race to watch, obviously a bit boring towards the end, but Hemi gets a podium, starting P4, Mallard gets P5, Cookie get on, P4 for Mallard, P5 Kevin after starting P16 in the Sauber, Echo P6 in the end, Steven P7, That's a nice result to take home for the team. Then it's P8 for TJ. It's been a bit of a tedious race for the Mercedes team today. They're not going to be happy after that. But a result is a result. You know, points is points. So, I guess you got to enjoy it while you have it, I suppose. And that is clear, getting P8, and TJ drops to 9th. And Berlin P10. And P11 is Fori, coming through the last few corners. And that will wrap up today's race. Thank you, everyone, for watching the stream. It's been a lovely race. I will show race results before I end the stream. Don't worry. I'll mute my mic for the podium if that's a thing. I don't know. Actually, I can't really mute. I can't mute my mic. I'll just be quiet. So that was it, and that is the driver of the day cookie, fastest lap cookie, race winner cookie, and most overtakes cookie, cleanest driver Himi. This is your race results. I'll try to show the times. Yep, there are the times if the people need it. Then there's race director. Oh wait, no, hang on, incidents. Let's try and scroll this quickly, go through it. You're gonna have to screenshot stuff and pause stream if you want it all. There it is, and pit stops are pit stops there. That's it. Thank you everyone for watching. Icon done for today. I don't know, hopefully you guys like the commentary. First time here, of course. I apologise for the stuttering and the lack of, like, the poor name pronunciation. I do struggle with my speech sometimes. I don't know if I have a speech impediment. I don't know if it's just a thing with my brain, I guess. I don't know. I do find commentary a bit difficult, but I still love it, so I do it anyway. I do it for the love of the game. Whether I'm good or not, doesn't really matter, as long as I'm having fun. That's what counts. Anyway, I'm going to end stream here. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you next week for the next race.